Hi everybody, I'm Luca Mazzola from USI Lugano. Unfortunately, I cannot be present to this online seminar, so I will present our case study, that is the e-learning sales program. What is the case about? It's about the measuring effectiveness of an e-learning solution, as both in terms of tangible, and mainly it is the return on investment, and intangible dimension, like is satisfaction of customers. The case reported an international sales environment in this firm, that is UPI, United Petroleum International, with 1,000 employees worldwide, and that operates several refineries and sell petroleum products. And what is the problem? That in the last year there is a big drop in sales, and the main reason is the increased competition abroad and the lowering of customer relationship quality. And the program that was implemented is followed by a monetary incentive plan, and this is important because the main variable is the sales rate. The cases concentrate only on the part of sales, and so the learning solution is for the sales engineers, and that are mainly paid by sales commission, and the 8 sales managers that manage this group of engineering that are devoted to the sales. And they used an external firm to support the process, that is the Roy Institute, and uses this process that is called the performance assessment and analysis process, that was used to make a merge problem, opportunities and solution. And with this initial analysis, they proposed a plan with the following measurement driver, that is sales improvement, monthly closing ratio, and the customer satisfaction. And now some words about the methodology. There was an initial measurement, and followed from this there is an implementation of the plan, and monthly control on variable identified. And the methodology of the learning course is based on autonomous study on specifically prepared material and test case in virtual reality simulation world, with a capability in the system to collect the whole interaction, because this is important, because it's followed by the follow-up step for every sales engineering that participate in the program. This step is managed by the manager responsible, that should collect the feedback from the employee and discuss with him the personal report generated by the system. And one of the main, the most important characteristics is that there was a short time for the full implementation of the whole process, so some months from the starting of the process to the finish and the measurement. Following the methodology, they try to have a clear understanding of the 5 level for having a measure of the impact of the process, and they identify some measurement focus that could be read on this table. That is, at the reaction level they collect the satisfaction of the participant and the action that they planned in consequence of the project input. At the level 2, the learning, they measure the change in knowledge, skills and attitude. At the application level, they measure the changes in the job behavior, and then at the business level they measure some variables that we can see after, and then at the last level, the upper one, on the return on investment, they measure the benefit and the cost, and then compare to see if the project is interesting or not from the point of view of the return on investment. And they work hard to create an as much as possible credible evaluation process, separating the data collection in different steps, and at different human resource level, to have a sort of cross-validation process in some sense. what are the main findings is that they use the participant and the manager estimate to isolate the single factor that influence on the final measure effect, and for the level 1 and 2 they report an overall participant satisfaction very high, so quite close to the maximum, and an increase of knowledge measured by pre and post test of almost a double level from the starting of 15 to the end of 91%. And at the level 3 and 4 they use an auto estimation of the sale engineering for the change of job behavior, and a manager assessment for the impact on the business. Both of them seems to be quite good. And then at the level 5, the methodology needs to indicate the cost and increase in income directly related to the application of this project. Obviously, the only one of the measurement that we have seen that could be not directly converted in a monetary value is the customer satisfaction. Following in the findings part, they used the participant and manager estimate to isolate the single factor influence on the final measure effect, and it's quite important to understand that the sale engineer are mainly paid by the sale commission, because this guarantee that they use their free time for implementing the project, so they have no direct cost on their work. And at the level 5 they discovered that there is a return on investment that is 200% and of the fully loaded cost. So it means that in a very short time they double the expended amount in terms of incoming amount. The monetary intangible value of customer satisfaction seems to be increased of 23%, and even if this is based on executive management feeling and not on the direct customer feedback, because this is very difficult to implement, it seems that every variable measured have a good and positive impact from the project. And to finish, some consideration. The result seems to be good, but what about having some external measure indicator, because they used only internal measured or internal reference indicators. This is for us an important part to understand. Another point is this is a very particular case with a high-skilled professional and with a very short time frame for implementation. The conclusion that we saw could be extended to a more structured and non-spot application of this methodology. This is something that it's very important, because normally we have when we start to think about more structured, it's not possible to automatically extend it from our point of view, this findings directly. And then they implemented only the fundamental deductive modules, so the ones that they perceive as the most relevant or with the most high expected impact on the variable measured. How to extend this to the whole steps of the firm core business. And another important thing is that this project work only with the people in charge of selling the product, but what about the complementary job and professional like human resources and administrative, or what about the part in which they produce the product? So this is also important for us. Thank you a lot for your attention, and sorry for the bad quality of this intervention. Bye bye, see you soon.